Plinko. Was that your favorite Price is
That's
Right
like the
game?
one I can remember.
That's well.
So, probably my favorite because it's the only place.
See, what's funny is you and I were talking,
Uh-huh.
and now I'm live, and
Oh.
you thought that I'm still talking to
Oh,
you.
my bad.
But it's okay. It's okay. Plinko.
Plinko.
It's all good. Um, Shalom. Good morning, everybody. I'm Bear from the internet. We're going to do the brief today. It is 27 November 2024. Thank you, everybody in the chat. 5x525. What's up, Striker Cade? Subscribe, ring the little bell icon, all that stuff. If you want to be here, make sure you're actually subscribed because YouTube unsubscribes people. Welcome to all the noobs. 40% of y'all that watch the show aren't actually subscribed. And shout out to the replay crew and to the podcast crew. Appreciate y'all very much. Show is brought to you by Yahweh, your Elohim, the Lord your God, the creator of the universe. This little company right here where I'm at, refugemedical.com. And of course, to find people over on Patreon that are the economic engine of the Bear Nation. All right? All right, Bear. Awesome. You guys remember when Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton smashed the Baxter IV plant and the entire North American continent is like, Bear, did you know there's no IV fluids? And I was like, yeah, I've been telling you that for weeks. And everybody freaked out. Yeah, I'm just going to let you know that if your dog is thirsty, refugemedical.com, we got IV fluids back in stock. Okay? Yeah. What? Yeah. If your dog is thirsty, a little dehydrated. You picking up, I'm gonna put them down here? Yeah. Fido looks a little parched. Refugemedical.com, IV fluids are back in stock. On Monday, that was 48 hours ago, it was reported that Presidents Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. * and Emmanuel Macron were expected to announce a Hezbollah-Israel ceasefire deal within 36 hours. One United States official said, quote, "We think we have a deal. We are on the goal line, but we haven't passed it yet. The Israeli cabinet needs to approve the deal on Tuesday," that was yesterday, "and something can always go wrong until then," end quote. Since Lebanon is now considered to be the most volatile of all the Middle Eastern fronts in the current conflict, this was supposed to be a meaningful step back away from the precipice. Then, as the region hangs on the cusp of the new peace deal, about an hour after it was reported that Netanyahu gives green light to ceasefire proposal, Israel launched large-scale airstrikes on Beirut, and Hezbollah resumed rocket fire on Israel. So they kind of picked it back up again, you know what I mean? With smoke still hanging in the air, the ceasefire talks began, and Netanyahu began delivering his statement on the anticipated ceasefire agreement, saying, quote, "We've destroyed most of the rockets and missiles, we've killed thousands of terrorists, and we've destroyed the underground and terrorist infrastructure near our borders. That's why tonight I will bring before the cabinet a plan for a ceasefire in Lebanon. If Hezbollah tries to attack us, if it arms itself and rebuilds infrastructure near the border, we will attack. If they launch missiles, if they dig big tunnels, we will attack," end quote. So, what's going on here? Biden, a lot of people are talking about, well, Biden is trying to shore up his legacy. Biden is senile and poops his pants. When he's not busy doing those two things, he's sniffing children. Biden not doing nothing. Remember, please, thank you, that the war in Israel is a proxy war between the United States and Russia, using Iran and Iran's proxies to separate U.S. funds and attention and support. What's up, man?
What's up, bro?
From the war in Ukraine, which is kind of picking up again, the whole hypersonic missile thing. Even though Orange Man Bad was like, I'll have it solved 24 hours. Deal. We're going to broker a deal. Russia goes home. Ukraine goes home. Everybody wins. And then the whole, oh yeah, Ukraine can use ATACMS to hit Russian targets in Russia. And Russia responds with MIRVs. Multiple, whatever, reentry vehicle, not intercontinental, but intermediate range ballistic missile, blah, blah, blah. Hypersonics, 10 times. 250 blue whales per second. 10 times the speed of sound. All that BS. Remember all that BS? Okay, so now we have an air quote peace deal in the Middle East. Meh. Also, just for context, the Yehudim, the Jews, and the Palestinians, the Philistines, have been killing each other for, depending on your worldview, which book you read and where you ascribe your faith, somewhere between 4,000 and 11,000 years, these people have just been killing each other. Nobody is gonna waltz in there, and a temporary ceasefire is not a Middle East peace deal. Just so we're all on the same page here. If/when there is a Middle East peace deal, and there's real peace in the land, from my biblical homies out there, that is an indicator not that Mashiach is in the land, that the Antichrist is in the land. Oh, because if you've read the book of Revelation, Messiah makes peace. How does he make peace? He kills all the bad guys. What? My Jesus would never do that. You should read the end of the book, man. There's some really exciting stuff in the end of the book. Like I realize most pastors don't teach Revelation because it doesn't line up with like the, peace, love, and chicken grease Jesus that everybody likes to preach on Sunday morning. But man, when he comes back in Revelation 19 with a sword, everybody that's not on Team Messiah ends up dead. So my supposition is that when we have actual peace in the Middle East prior to the return of Mashiach, that's the Antichrist based on 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. But I digress. A temporary ceasefire between Hezbollah, Iranian proxy, supplied with Russian munitions through Syria and Iran and others, and the nation state, secular nation state of Israel, that is not the biblical state of Israel, because Israel is a people group. Canaan is the promised land, but I digress. These two parties agreeing to stop killing each other for an undetermined short period of time. I'm gonna smash this fly. It's been ruining my life since I got here. Ninja skills. This is not peace in the Middle East, just so we're all on the same page here. Why the timing now? My guess, it's gonna pop back off again before Orange Man gets inaugurated in January, and I'll stick with this if he lives that long. NSA, attack with a killer NSA fly drone, Nostradamus. Maybe, but I mean, we're so surrounded by devices right now. I got 2 iPhones within 18 inches of me right now. What do they need the fly for? Like, the fly is like you use that out in the barnyard, when you got your devices put up while you're having your clandestine meetings to rally all your people. But I digress. I mean, Lauren's got, probably 3 or 4 devices over there around her, right there.
For what?
Just how many devices do you have around you right now?
1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
2 phones, computer, extra screen.
Yep, 4.
There's a heater. Does that count?
No, I don't think the heater is spying on you. It could be.
Oh.
Who knows?
Oh yeah. There's spies.
So there's 6 devices within 15 feet of me. Probably not the fly, is my guess.
Well,
let's
that's for sure a robot fly.
What?
That's for sure a robot fly.
You think it's a robot fly?
It's a robot fly.
We should do a poll.
Yeah.
If I was a better content creator, I'd do a poll.
Yeah.
Oops, whatever. Tensions are not cooling. The International Criminal Court, or the ICC, issued arrest warrants last week for Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, former Israeli Defense Chief Yoav Gallant, as well as Hamas leader Mohammed Deif. The ICC judges say there is reasonable ground to believe the Israeli leaders in particular are criminally responsible for murder, persecution, and starvation as a weapon of war in the, quote, widespread and systemic attack against the civilian population of Gaza, end quote. Gaza sucks because Hamas sucks, because elected or unelected officials there and elsewhere have taken contributions for the people and diverted those contributions for their own purposes. Who'd have thought? Neither Israel nor the United States is a member of the ICC, and both have rejected the decision, though there are multiple Western countries that have said they would honor the warrants if the Israeli leaders were to come into their countries. After the International Criminal Court issued those arrest warrants, Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei.
That was good.
Yeah, the Ayatollah Khamenei. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying, bro.
You nailed it.
I slept like garbage last night, so
You
it's
look
good.
like treasure. So.
Thank you. Did you know that creatine has been proven to reduce the effects of sleep deprivation?
I actually did know that.
Yep, it's a nootropic.
No.
So words, Canada Saul says words. Same. Words, best words.
If you just do creatine and tren, you're good.
Yep. Inside, oh, right. Ayatollah Khamenei criticized the move, saying the Israeli leaders, quote, they issued an arrest warrant. That's not enough. Death sentences must be issued for these criminal leaders, end quote. The leader of Iran has the balls to say death sentences for these people. Now, he could be correct. He might be correct. I, by the way, am not a nation state of Israel simp. I think if you're trying to find somebody in the Middle East to partner with, Israel makes the most sense because they're in the region America's only real ally. But they're America's only real ally because we send billions upon billions of dollars to them every year. And so we have bought their loyalty. So if I had to pick a nation state in the Middle East to be friends with, the answer is Israel. But Bear, you're a whole Bible believer. What about the land of Israel? Yeah, that's the land of Israel that's in the Bible and the land of Israel that's on the map over there that the British codified in 1948 are two very different people. Two very different things. And you know what? Screw it, we're here. All these air quote prophets that are out there prophesying in the name of the Lord. Well, read Deuteronomy. There's a prescription for those people. Based upon dates that relate to the establishment and significant dates in the history of the secular nation state of Israel, I don't track with those people at all. Not even a little bit. Because it's word games. It's word games. It's Israel, right? The land of Israel. Okay, but who lives there? The Jews. But the Jews don't even worship anymore. Yeah, these are those of the synagogue of Satan.
Yeah.
Oh!
Tel Aviv,
Oh!
the highest.
Tel Aviv, right? You want to go get banged by a dude? Tel Aviv is the place to go. God loves that. He's totally into that.
They should look up the music video "Dancing Israelis" and just see what it
Yeah,
correlates to.
yeah. Trafficking of children. Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure it's not that.
Robbing you of your taxpayer dollars. So I'm just saying, as far as if I had to pick a nation over there to partner with, yeah, I guess technically they're at the top of the list. Based employee. That's not an employee. Come over here. This guy must be new to the channel. Roll up a chair. Employee.
Talk
First of
about
all,
dancing Israelis, based, buddy. It gets so much worse.
we don't have employees. We have teammates here at Refuge Medical. This is, who are you?
Hey, I'm Bob, Director of Training, previously COO, but now I'm CTO, and I don't know, I do strategic partners, and then whatever this nerd wants me to do, I just try to handle shit and make stuff awesome for you guys and tell the truth, and most importantly, worship to the Christ, Yeshua Messiah.
Fair. So, yeah.
Or arrest bad guys. It's just whatever day it is.
That's kind of just our vibe here at Refuge. It's like,
It's
yeah.
Willy Wonka. yeah. Except less pedophilic.
Yeah.
Shoot those guys.
Yep. Definitely shoot those guys. Oh, I'm wearing the appropriate shirt for shoot those guys.
Somebody said that's a dangerous statement, Bear, because God does everything through his people. Yeah, Israel means those who strive with Elohim and overcome, not those who live near Jerusalem.
Yep.
So, like, careful, big dog. Like, the Bible has meaning. Bob and Bear fun has begun.
The
Some crazy things.
I'm 0% impressed by the nation state of Israel from a prophetic standpoint. The nation state of Israel. Israel is the Father's chosen people, Genesis 32. Israel is it's all the tribes, but the house of Israel, the 10 northern tribes that were scattered in the diaspora after the Assyrian invasion, 500-ish, 700-ish to 500-ish BC, in that neighborhood. Then the Babylonians take over 587 BC with the siege of Jerusalem. etc., etc. The expulsion of Daniel and his three homies, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, 586, Jerusalem falls. Then you get the minor prophet. Come at me, bro. I've done my homework. All right. The nation state, the secular nation state of Israel occupies the promised land, but has stamped the Father's name on their bullshit, which we're not allowed to do per the Ten Commandments found in Exodus chapter 20. Do not take the Lord's name in vain. So just because there is a certain group of people there that have a particular genealogy doesn't mean that they are behaving themselves as required per the Father's word. Okay? And so everything downstream of that prophetically to the false prophets today who take the Father's name and stamp his name on their bullshit is polluted, is my point.
It's blasphemy.
Literally biblical blasphemy. That's the definition of. All right? So I'm not trying to get in a pissing contest with anybody here, but I don't prophesy in the name of Yahuwah. I read my Bible every day, literally every day, and I'm gifted with pattern recognition because I'm a drummer, and also we do intel work, okay? Are you saying Jesus ministered in the wrong place? Why would I say that?
What?
No, I'm saying you're retarded. No, we're way off the rails here. There's a nation state called Israel over there in the Middle East that's being attacked by a bunch of Arabs and Persians, okay? And I don't support that either. My whole point here is that Israel, air quote Israel, and Palestine have been killing each other for 4,000 years. And it's not going to fix itself just because there's a temporary ceasefire. That's not a peace agreement. It's not the Abraham Accords. It's none of that. It's a temporary ceasefire, and the timing of which is very curious to me because things are ramping up in Ukraine significantly, and Israel is a proxy war between the United States and Russia. The players on the board are Israel versus Iran proxies, Hezbollah, Hamas, the Houthis, and Syria, and Lebanon, etc., etc. But it's really the United States versus Russia over there in Israel, in the Middle East. And then you have in Ukraine, the United States versus Russia vis-a-vis Ukraine. Your beard is starting to look Castro-esque. Thank you. Wait, there's a Carry an F and Tourniquet hoodie. I must order one. You could do, yeah. Oh, yeah. Is that still in the store?
No, it's just a refuge hoodie.
Oh, should have got one sooner.
It's an oldie. It's an oldie, but a goldie.
All right. Even inside Israel, there are dissenting voices. One in particular, Amos Shakin, has called for sanctioning the Israeli government because of its international law violations. He is the publisher of Israel's oldest newspaper, Haaretz, which has been critically covering the Israel-Hamas war. Oh, you mean there's people inside of Israel that are not in support of what's happening there? Wow, I guess we must all be homogenized and unitized in our opinions.
Sounds anti-Semitic.
We should just... That guy. What? Hold on, what was his name? Amos Shakin? Yeah,
Sounds
he's dead. He runs Haaretz. That guy hates Jews. Critically covering the Israel-Hamas war. And by the way, let me be perfectly clear on this. As individual people, I have plenty of friends that are Jews. I'm not a Jew, but I have plenty of friends that are Jews. What's up, Emery? The Pew Pew Jew? Love that guy. Have a lot of really interesting conversations with these people. But it's a lot like saying people versus government in the United States of America. I'm an American patriot. I support America ideologically, the concepts that our founding fathers laid down, but our deep state government, nope. And so you have to separate the people from the system. And Israel has a system and is part of a system, just like the United States has a system and is part of the system. So I'm not for cabals anywhere. You know, this is one of the things that I really personally enjoyed about Hurricane Helene was just the absolute juxtaposition between the people of the United States of America and the government of the United States of America. Being boots on the ground in the midst of it going, oh yeah, we, the people, are awesome. Yep, they, the government, do suck shit. By the way, you know the primary reason that FEMA exists, Federal Emergency Management Agency, their primary reason they exist, it's not to fight hurricanes and tornadoes and floods and fires. It's for continuity of government. Continuity of government. You know, somewhere in, where is it? Is it in Denton, Texas? There's a huge FEMA regional location, and they have these all over the country. They have regions, FEMA regions. Do you know why those exist? Each one of those has been designed from jump to function as its own government in case of a nuclear war, as part of continuity of government. So let's say like the East Coast and the West Coast are taken out by nuclear missiles. But the FEMA HQ in Denton, Texas still exists? That's now the de facto government. Federal government.
And we all know one thing about those guys is they're great at handling emergencies.
100%.
They're really good.
And so when we're like, wow, FEMA's like, they do a terrible job of taking care of the people. They were never instituted to take care of the people. Taking care of the people is their cover for action. That's what they're about. Continuity of government is why they exist. Continuity of government, not continuity of you. Anyway, there's this guy named Amos in Israel who's pissed off. He's got a newspaper. Just this last Sunday, the Israeli cabinet voted unanimously to sanction the newspaper, banning all staffers of the government or state-owned companies to cease communications, advertisements, and subscription purchases with the newspaper. Haaretz wrote on X, formerly known as Twitter, the opportunist resolution to boycott Haaretz, which passed in today's government meetings without legal review, is another step in Netanyahu's journey to dismantle Israeli democracy. Haaretz will not balk and will not morph into a pamphlet that publishes messages approved by the government and its leaders, end quote. Yeah, see, that's the nice thing about having a constitution, though. At least legally, here we can say whatever we want to say. Now, you'll be deplatformed. You'll lose your processor if you're on Shopify.
Yeah, they might kick your soapbox out from
You'll
under
have
you.
PayPal come after you. You'll get trolls and bots in the chat.
You'll get sued for however much Alex Jones got sued when he said something.
Yep.
Words came out of his face, whether they were offensive or not.
Did you hear that Elon might buy MSNBC?
I heard it.
I can't wait.
I
really can't wait.
I'm all for just like let it become a big meme. Like it's all already ridiculous. Like
Why not?
Guy.
Why not? Let's see, what else? Germany and France are now seriously considering committing troops to the ground war in Ukraine.
I'm sure that'll have no negative ramifications.
The level of retardation here, unless I'm willing to admit, maybe they know something I don't know. But geez Louise, homies. What? No. MXNBC. Oh, I like that, Holly. That's good. That's good.
You should send that to them. That's their new branding.
So yeah. Germany and France now thinking about sending ground troops. Poland is chomping at the bit to go to war in Ukraine.
Do you think they would have learned from the last World War?
When
they got gobsmacked.
I don't know, man.
They like just finished rebuilding.
I don't know.
One of the few places that we have like actual good still photos of real ass bombing runs happening. Poland's like, let's go again. Sure, we've got like 21% male population, but let's go again. This is gonna be awesome.
You know, the immediately after World War II, like immediately after, while we were still hoisting the American flag in Berlin, American generals proposed immediately turning on Russia because they knew that Russia was going to be the next problem. We didn't, clearly, but I can understand the argument. They're like, hey, we're here. We got all our toys. They're not that strong right now. Let's go. So, we didn't do that. We could have, but we didn't. So,
I knew it was coming.
Oh, did you notice?
Yeah, I knew it was coming.
You noticed. You know. Patton, that's right, Rocklick. And so here we are 80 years later, like, wow, Russia seems like kind of a problem. Who'd have thought?
Poland, I didn't hear no bell.
Oh, Patriot Plumber. Hey, man, I owe you a phone call.
That's
I keep missing you. I got you in my phone. Probably today. Hopefully today. Let's see. What else? So, yeah.
Now the Germans are on our team. The switch up. The switch up on WW3 is crazy.
I mean, here's the thing. We kind of got them on our team, not now, but immediately after World War II. I don't know if you ever heard of Project Paperclip.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
The whole NASA thing, and like it's kind of rough. I mean,
the Antarctic Treaty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
The deep underlying treaty signed at the same time as the Treaty of Versailles. I'm sure nothing weird was happening. It's okay.
It's fine.
It's okay.
It's fine. What's up, Waffles? Slow, bro.
Ah, dude, I love that guy. He's so cool.
You know, as far as humans go, top tier.
Buckets of Bibles is here.
Yeah, good folks. Britannica wanted me to tell y'all also that on the Black Friday tab at Refuge, because we're already doing that. I know it's not actually Black Friday yet, but like, you know, we're in the e-commerce space, and everybody else is like, they start Black Friday at the 4th of July.
Yeah, they're like, Black Friday sale, happy Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
2 months in advance.
So, but we have a Black Friday tab on Refuge Medical with like all the deals up to 50% off certain items on there, and Britannica has added new components there as of this morning. So, Rick S. TJ, I love my Refuge Responder shirt. Thanks, y'all. Thank you, Rick S. So there are new components on the Black Friday tab, and I want to read something to you boys and gerbils. Let's see if I can find it. All right, life saved. Okay, so I'm not even sure where to put this on my spreadsheet of life saved because, well, you'll find out in a minute. Because when I say 137 lives saved to date with our kits, well, this one, I'll just read it to you. Hello, my name is Luis. I guess it could be Lewis. I don't know. His last name sounds like it would be a Luis. What's up, bro? He's also on Patreon. I appreciate you. Hello, my name is Luis. Today, while I was at work, I work at a restaurant business, a friend co-worker was choking on some peach cobbler. I heard a commotion around the corner from the kitchen and I saw her struggling to breathe. Right away, I knew she needed help, so I started the Heimlich maneuver. After a few attempts, she started to stumble. I held her up and continued. After 5 to 10 more attempts, she finally coughed up. The food lodged in her throat. I did not use your gear. More importantly, I used the Refuge Medical Team mindset. I learned this in Refuge Responder and listening to many Bear Independent live streams. Thank you for what you guys teach inside and outside the classroom. It helped me save my friend's life today. Praise the Most High.
Dude, that's crazy.
It's awesome. It's awesome. So that's another, I guess we'll call it a training life saved. It's great.
Yeah.
It's awesome. You probably taught that guy.
Yeah.
You probably taught that
I thought
guy.
about it last night, actually. Yep. So the thing is everybody wants to come to class to be able to stop a massive bleed, but a huge thing that we teach inside a class is how do you handle an emergency?
Yep.
How do you happen to the emergency rather than the emergency happening to you?
Yep.
How do you take charge, make good decisions, slow down time,
You talk to them.
so that way you can accurately make a call. Whatever the call is, you can make it so that way you're successful. This guy, I mean, we talk about choking inside of Refuge Responder, we do, but not just that. We talk about, you know, even though everything could be going wrong, everything is stacking up against you, how do you just take one bite of that shit sandwich at a time? You eat that giraffe one bite at a time to go ahead and make good calls so that way more people go home. That's the whole point. Whether it's an MCI, mass casualty incident, whether it's, you know, a car accident, whether it's somebody's choking, we want as many people going home as physically possible. And so that's the whole point behind the responder mindset, whether it's the essential responder, the refuge responder, that responder mindset of like, I'm going to happen to this situation to make sure as many people go home. And that just serves the mission statement. Like when you support an organization like Refuge, it's not you're going to support our product. It's supporting the mission statement to save lives while in service to the Father's kingdom, experiencing an abundance of provision and blessing. That's it. That's it. Saving lives while in service to the Most High. It's the same thing Messiah came here to do. Right? He said, I come here to give you peace, life and life abundantly, dude. Like the original Stop the Bleed program, Messiah with the tassels.
Yep.
Okay? Like think about that for a second, because that's what our ethos is saving lives while in service to our King. It's not like, dude, we could give you a cheap Chinese product every week. We could. It'd be easy. Like China call 5 times today. But that's not the point here. The point is to give you guys tools and assets and resources mentally, physically, and tactilely, so that way you can go out and do what you need to do inside of an emergent situation. Dude, what a blessing. Bless that guy. I pray that he is blessed in the name of Yeshua, and I pray that that woman would give this as an opportunity to repent and come closer to Messiah.
100%.
Truly.
Praise y'all. Cool. That's I'll tell you about this too. Hey, these are shipping Monday. Okay. What is this? This is a Red Bear fact. This is made in America, guaranteed forever. This is our flagship product. These have been very hard to get lately.
Dude.
Very hard to get. Beginning Monday. It's come Monday. They're shipping. Rip this open, grab the red handle, pull it out. Okay, see this? What is this? Oh, that's a Made in America first aid kit. Ta-da! All my stuff is inside of here. Tourniquet, pressure bandage, tape, Sharpie, gloves for my massive bleeding. In the back here, yes, there's a pouch back here. Real shears, 5x5 gauze or 5x9 gauze pads, nasal pharyngeal airway, burn shield dressing, a pair of chest seals, like not Chinese bull crap, not price point bull crap, not. I didn't go to North American Rescue and ask them to vacuum seal a kit for me and put my brand on it. We make these. We develop these. This product has been in development and iteration for 5 years.
Although we will vacuum seal a kit and put your brand on
We
it.
will do that. Get a hold of Bob. Strategic partnerships. All right. And then down here, I've got my trauma pack, which has got my iPad, eye shield, 2x2s, 4x4s, 5x9s, flat duct tape, rolled gauze, compressed gauze for wound packing, trauma bandage, triangle bandage, etc., etc. All right here, ready to go. So, and it works the entirety of the March algorithm: massive bleeding, airway, respiratory, circulation, head injury, hypothermia, everything else. And if you're into gift giving in the winter season, dude, give the gift of life. If you're on a budget, we all are, thanks Joe Biden. Check out the bleeding prevention kits as well. Any of the vacuum sealed kits, they're incredibly affordable. And I can and will and do put any kit we produce up against anybody else's kit. And I will tell you, it's really weird being the new kids on the block, seeing established companies just rip our shit off.
I take it as a compliment.
It's so freaking weird though.
He's like, these guys, and I'm like, oh man, what a compliment that this organization that's been around for 20 years saw our dumb idea and was like, this is great, let's do it.
So, yeah, refugemedical.com, made in America, guaranteed forever.
We still have a golden ticket. For those of you who are tracking. Britt will not let me put it in to one of the orders yet. She's waiting through Black Friday to give out the last golden ticket. So any vacuum seal kit right now gets you an opportunity to grab a golden ticket. Now, what does a golden ticket get you, Bob? Great question, random stranger.
Punched in the mouth.
Punched in the mouth. No, it gets you any training that we're offering throughout 2025, and you don't have to select it right off the bat because we have some bigger trainings coming on. I'm sure we'll have another night responder or an SHTFTX shit hits the fan training exercise.
That class,
dude,
it's
hardcore.
There is not. I will say this: There is not another class like that on planet Earth.
Dude, we're talking a literal 36-hour training opportunity with a full-fledged 12-hour overnight scenario, oppositional forces, role players. It's thousands of dollars, but you can get that for free. That's through the golden ticket. So if that interests you, all you got to do is grab vacuum seals, and it's as many orders as you place gets you an opportunity in the spinning wheel to like get selected and get a golden ticket. So vacuum seal kits are awesome because they are great to give gifts, like he was talking about too.
Yep. Very affordable. I mean, let me see that bleeding prevention kit right there.
Oh.
This is the basic bleeding prevention kit. This one's open. It's no longer vacuum sealed. But here's what's in it. A genuine, real North American Rescue Cat tourniquet. A Sharpie. A real set of shears.
You can hear it.
2 packs of wound packing gauze. 2 of them. Okay? For wound packing in your extremities or dressing lacerations, whatever you got. 2 pairs of Refuge medical gloves.
Bleeding prevention kit's like $60, guys, for anybody
Yep.
who's asking in the chat.
Mylar blanket for managing hypothermia. We want to prevent hypothermia, not treat it. Okay? And blood predominantly carries oxygen around the body, but it also carries body heat. Okay? So, and then we've got a real 6-inch North American Rescue emergency trauma dressing. And then we've got also your instructions, which you guys should have read beforehand. Oh, are we getting
Left arm.
left arm? Oh, drop my gloves in here. Left arm. Who checked us? Was it 12C?
BS Farm.
BS Farm.
I don't even know that one.
Sounds like some total BS.
Sounds like a BS farm to me. What are you farming? Bullshit. There's also different levels to the bleeding prevention kit. We have the basic, which is awesome for bleeding control, and then we have the intermediate, which puts some chest seals in there as well, has some duct tape, and then you have the advanced, which also adds hemostatic capability. So you have these different stages at different price points depending on how far you want to get into capability.
My point is very affordable.
Oh, dude, it's the way.
All right, it's been a while since I prayed with a tourniquet on.
It's been a while.
That's the show for today, everybody. Father Yah, thank you for allowing us to wake up on this side of the bed, this side of the dirt. Thank you for all the things that we take for granted, the breath in our lungs and the people around us that love us, and purposeful, meaningful work, and an opportunity to be your hands and feet and serve you today. Father, everybody that's within the sound of my voice, I pray that you would reveal your will for their life to them today. The reason that they were made, the purpose for their existence, so that they're not just floundering through life, trying to fill a yaw-shaped hole with material BS. I pray that you'd comfort them. There are people out there who need comfort. I can feel it. So whatever it is that they're going through, be near to them and help them understand that there is a purpose in trial and tribulation, and that is for the building of testimony, the building of faith, for strengthening of emunah and building trust in you and who you are, and that even as they hurt, that you would be near to them, that you would send your spirit, your ruach, your comforter to them, and that you would just steward them through whatever it is that they're going through. Father Yah, for the rest of us, let no weapon formed against us prosper, Father. And if there's anything within the sound of my voice that's not of you, I rebuke it in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach and command it to flee. Father, please love on your kiddos today. Make your face to shine upon us. Let us experience your shalom and peace. And Father, please give us just miraculous provision and protection and blessing. And let us just marvel in how inexplicably good you are. Father, thank you for the opportunity to serve you once again. I pray that you just continue to walk with us. Thank you for the redeeming blood of Messiah, that we could be washed clean and come home again and do the things that put a smile on your face. Father, thank you for today. In Yeshua's name. Amen. See y'all when we see y'all.
Shalom.